Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm just going to ramble a little bit. So, I've got some knives on here that kind of represent the three main categories of knife collecting. Your fixed blade, your modern folder, and your traditional folders. And that's what I'm going to be talking about. I'm basically going to ramble a little bit of where I am in knife collecting. My wife was telling me she's been traveling to Maryland regularly. She's a supervisor and she goes up there and supervises some folks up there and then comes back and spends some time with me. And she was saying the weather was bad in Atlanta the last time she came in and they were just circling around. She was like, we circled around forever. It was horrible. And she was asking me about how much fuel do those planes carry. She was worried about that. Anyhow, that's kind of where I am. I'm in a holding pattern on knives right now, so I'm just going to go over some of my collecting experiences recently and why, I was doing what I was doing. So if you'd like to hear more about that, go ahead and check out the video.
I'm trying.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to kill this thing in my wrist. This ganglion cyst.
I don't think it's alive.
I'm not going to do this for you. I'm doing it for me.
Hey, welcome back to the Fortified Castle. Hi to all my viewers. So you guys probably noticed I've had a lot of these modern folders in my videos lately. This is an awesome one, by the way. The Ontario Rat 1.5. And if you ever wondered, like the Rat 1 was kind of the perfect EDC knife. Not very fancy, but just a rugged, solid user. And does downsizing it make it better? Did it make it better? And the answer to that is absolutely. This is a fantastic little knife. I've been carrying it a lot lately. It has MagnaCut steel in it. Big improvement over the OS 8 that I had been using. So, yeah. Anyhow, this is just one of a bunch of knives that I bought recently. And I've just been in that hey, big blade, modern folder type of mood. And honestly, like last week, I still was looking at these modern folders of getting more. This is the Vosteed Corsair, relatively new model, came out, around December, I think, last year. And just a great little EDC knife. I haven't carried this around yet, but, I'll get to it because I got so many knives to do that with. I picked up this Vosteed Martin, another modern folder, and this one has that button compression lock is what they call it. So compression lock is a liner lock basically. There's a little more to it, but basically it's a liner lock up on top of the knife, and the button was added by this guy Schmock, and it works really great. And so it's like a button actuated one, but it doesn't have all that garbage that button locks have. That lock you get with button locks, and sometimes they're just a little hard to push. And this works great, and I really like the orange aluminum milled scales and the matching orange anodized thumb studs. It's a pretty knife, and it's also a pretty good user. So it's going to be another nice one. I picked up that launch recently. I've been wanting to get the Bel Air, but they're really, really expensive. And this is in MagnaCut, and I wanted to get it in MagnaCut. and they've been pretty expensive, but this is an iridium model, and it's the launch version, so it is a uh, auto, but it's in MagnaCut aluminum scales on this, lightweight, really nice knife. And of course, I got it for a good price because I'm always looking, to beat retail to buy them things. And I picked up this Hogue Misto. Man, what a fantastic knife this is. And premium knife, but I don't know. I just had to have it. Hogue is a really good knife company. They have that tactical mystique. They've had a hard time breaking away from that. They were basically military contractor, police type of manufacturer, but they've been coming out with the regular EDC knives. This is one of them. It's a great offering from them, and I'm glad I picked it up, even though it is kind of premium. And then I think what started it all is I got this ZT450, and that thing. These are just a small, regular EDC type of knife, and it's a frame lock. And ZT just does a great job on building a terrific knife at an affordable price, and it's hard to beat these. I wanted to buy one for a long time. Didn't necessarily want to get it in carbon fiber, but the price was right, and so I went ahead and picked it up. And this one is in I think S35VN steel. Yeah, there it is, S35VN steel, and that's kind of what kicked all of this off. So last week I'm still looking at these modern folders, and actually, I still have some in my cart. I picked a couple more up at good prices, and I just never pulled the trigger. I put them in the cart, and I said, wait a minute, what am I doing here? And you normally only buy, maybe 6 or 10 a year in modern folders, because I just, this is my passion. These traditional folders are my passion. And so I just kind of stepped back, and like I said, I'm just kind of been drifting in a holding pattern. And, I've looked at traditional knives, but I think the last one I bought was this case, and this thing was in just not a very good build on this thing, and I decided, I'm just gonna wait until next year to get cases, because my history with cases has been is that they just go like a graph up and down. And when the quality gets so bad and everybody just gets pissed off and they're screaming at them and they quit buying their knives, then Case gets their act together and straightens quality up again. And so, I really haven't been buying Case knives. That said, I've got 2 in the mail coming to me that I got at a good price at Chicago Knife Works. So it seems like I'm all over the place, but I'm really not. Like, I started the year building my collection of Case knives, and like this is a 6308, and kind of a scarce pattern. It's a whittler pattern. You just don't see that too often. And so, I got this one, and then this 94 I got in a trade. Thanks so much, Mike. Just an opportunity to get a beautiful, beautiful knife. And, I picked up this 11.5 pattern. This is a big, big jack, and they quit making them in 1940, and in the 80s and 90s they made them some. and I think maybe they made them some around 2005 or something like that. But you just don't see them; they're hard to find, and I'm just adding to my collection basically, as well as every now and then I'll buy a knife like this that just has different scales. I have other 32 patterns, but I bought this one, obviously because of the dragon skin scales on it, and hadn't didn't have a dragon skin scale, so I just decided to go ahead and get it. And pretty knife. Look at that, Mediterranean blue. Mm. Anyhow, so from there, I went into picking up some Victorinoxes. That's nothing new. I started doing that last year. This is a Alox. I wanted to get some more Alox models, and this is in herringbone, so that's different, and it's really cool looking. And then this will probably just be a collection knife. And then I got this because Bigfoot's cool, right? And so this will probably go on my key ring, and I'll actually use that one. And this was another cool one I just picked up. So from case, I got into this Victorinox, and then I was like, well, it's time to add to my collection. You guys probably seen a lot of them. I haven't done reviews on all of them, but this one's a scarcer one. It's called the Grand Prix, and so I spent a while, picking up models just to add to my collection by model. I like to do that. That's what I'm doing with the cases, and then I got into the modern folders, and so while I'm doing that, I still pick up, models like this because it's my passion. This is a bluegrass cutlery. This is genuine bone. Really pretty color on this. I haven't cleaned this knife up, but it's from Belknap Hardware, and got an opportunity to get one of these. Been looking for a long time to get a one marked bluegrass because they quit marking them that way. And then knives like this. This is looks just like a dog leg, right? But this one, it's a Remington, so Remingtons are in good shape. Knife is in great shape. Remingtons are just hard to acquire, different kind of models of Remington. And then this one is actually a dog leg Stockman, and that is just scarce. You just don't see, um, Stockman dog leg in the dog leg pattern. Really scarce uh, um, pattern of this type of knife. So I'm always looking for those type of knives. And here's another one. This is a Sears knife, pre 1940. Um, and it's a 5-bladed cattle knife, 3 springs. And so, yeah, Case's 47 pattern is 3 spring. Buck produces 3 spring knives. And you can find some modern 3 spring knives, but vintage 3 spring knives are rare. I only have a few of them, and they're just hard to find. And even though there's some chips in here, I'll fix that no problem and clean up the blade. This is another one. I haven't cleaned it up, but it's in great shape, really good shape. All the geometries are good on the blades. They all have good snap and just really good shape, except for these chips, which is easy to fix. So, why I'm buying all this stuff, I'm always looking for that. This is another one recently. It's a peanut, but when you open it up, whoa, it's got another blade. And so this is a really cool one because it's a it's a penknife. You know, it has a blade mounted at either end, and most of the um, peanuts that you see are going to be one or two bladed jacks. And here's one, it's two bladed, but it's actually a penknife. So this would be a dog leg penknife is what this would be. Really, really unusual. So I'm always looking for that unusual, out of the ordinary type of knife that you don't see very often or can't find. And this is a good knife too. Really good scrimshaw on here. This is a ship that um, sails out of Cayman Islands, the Flying Cloud. This is, I think, in the 90s. This knife came out. But also, let me stop the video here. Had to get something to drink. I picked this knife up. This was one I found on C. Reisner, special factory order. They call this bourbon bone. Beautiful color of smooth bone. Has the club shield on it. Rosecraft blade, if I didn't say that. Rosecraft. And, I'm always looking to pick up a knife like this, but Rosecrafts are great knives. But one thing I try to do, I've mentioned this before, is I normally picked up a knife that had a really unusual collectible color to it, but I also picked up a knife that had unusual club shield, and it's a sow belly. So I have 4-bladed, 3-bladed, 2-bladed sow bellies, but it didn't have a single blade sow belly. I was looking at picking up the case single blade sow belly, but this came about, and I jumped on it, and it saves me money because you might look to pick up a knife with this beautiful color in it, and you would have that knife that you spent money on there, and then you might say, well, I gotta have one of those club shields, and you might buy another knife right there, and then you might still be wanting that single blade sow belly like I did, and buy another knife. And so this has all of those things I'm looking for in one knife, and that saves me money, and it also gives me more money to spend on other knives because I'm not I'm really thinking about how I spend my money on my knives. And that's a good thing to do if you guys have never tried doing that. That's one of the ways I save money, is by trying to find knives that incorporate all the things I'm looking for. So I'm not just looking for a peanut. This is a scarce peanut. I'm not just looking for a Remington, which I'm always looking for Remingtons because they're just really collectible and really good knives. But I get it all. I got a Remington with some nice bone scales here, vintage Remington, and it's an unusual pattern that you don't see. And so I got everything in one purchase. And I really, that's a trigger for me. If I find a knife like this, it's unusual, it's in good shape, the price is right, maybe it's a collectible brand, maybe the shield or the material, bone material, maybe something different. I jump on it, and it saves me money to collect that way. And that's why a lot of my collection, I don't do a lot of trading, because a lot of my collection is just single models, like this 11 and a half. I only have one. I'm probably not going to buy another one. And it's just an example of a model case. So I have a lot of case knives because I just buy the model number. And instead of having like 7 or 8 trappers in different colors, I can experience all of these different models that Case makes, and there's a lot of cool ones, lot of cool models that Kay's made. And I just wouldn't be able to do that if I was buying 6, 7 knives of the same pattern. And so it's a good way to maximize your collecting when you do it that way. All right. Anyhow, I'm just ruminating, and I'll let you guys go. I appreciate you for dropping in. If you stuck around to watch this whole thing, um, I don't know why it would be interesting, but just every now and then I like to explain how I think and what I do, and maybe something I say can help you save money or be able to take advantage of a knife that you see. So, yeah, we'll see you in the next video.